Hi everyone! As you know from the last video, I finished the first draft of Annie, which was like the best thing ever because I was so over that shit. And now I'm just going to kind of talk about the next step in the process, and that is actually to take a break from it. I do this all the time for any manuscript, whether it's the first draft or the fourth draft. I always take a break from it, and it can span anywhere from a month to two. I think I've even gone 3 months. There's a number of reasons I do that. The first one is usually by the time I finish the draft, I'm done, I don't want to look at you, go away, just leave me alone, go away. Take a break from my manuscripts for my own kind of, because you don't want to hate your manuscript. You just take a break from it, and it works because when I go back to work on it, I fall in love with it again. Stephen King writes in this book, a draft you should always take, I think he says like a 6-week break, that when you go back to work on it, you can look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. It's easier to make cuts or be critical and make those changes that may not have been so easy to make when you were working on it the first time. It does work. Like, honestly, there's so many scenes that when I first wrote them, I was like, oh yes, I love this scene. Like the first scene I cut. After that break, I have no remorse. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that great. Whatever. And I just move on and write better scenes and cut them. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now with Annie. I'm currently now working full-time on Essence and working on the fourth draft. And the fourth draft of Essence is actually quite different experience than because I don't hate it anymore. I'm still in love with it even though I'm nearing the end of that draft. So now I just want to take a brief second to talk about this book that I keep waving at the camera. It's waving it upside down as well. Great. So it's Stephen King's On Writing, a Memoir of the Craft. This book changed my life, and I'm not just being dramatic. Like, it changed my life. I read this book at a time where I felt quite alone in my writer journey. Like in university, I took creative writing classes and I loved them because I got to like work in a room full of people that, like to write, and learned a lot from my prof, and I just loved it. I didn't really go further than that. Like, I was just like, oh, the semester was over, and then I had no one really to talk to again. I read this book. I just finished my degree. It was like the May, like just after I finished writing my finals. I would be reading it, and it's basically like from when he was a child to up to writing this book. Just like a history of his life and writing and tips on writing, and just a great book. So informative, very interesting read. Just even his life story, very interesting. But a lot of the way he saw like coming up with ideas, or his writing process, or how writing makes him feel, and characters, and just a lot of things I related to. Like, I've never related to a book more, and it was kind of like, oh my god, Stephen King does that? I do that too! Oh my god! Like Stephen King, the like a best-selling author of 1,000 books. I'm just like him. And it was just kind of like a real, like, I don't know, realization moment. And like, I realized, yes, I am a writer, and I'm going to write I'm going to write, and I want to write. Like, this is my calling. Obviously, I had taken an English degree. I knew I was going to write in my future. But it didn't become like, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to work hard towards it, kind of thing. Like, and then right after I finished reading this book, I started working on the first draft of Essence. And now it's on its fourth draft. This book, if you're a writer and you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. It's a really good book. So it's April now. That means it's the end of the winter quarter of the year. Due date for my quarterly goals was on Friday. And in case you don't remember, in January had a video where I set goals for myself on camera so I could keep myself accountable to now. I think I explained it better in the last video, so you could just go watch that maybe if you're interested in doing quarterly goals for yourself. So I'm going to go over quickly the goals I made for my winter quarter and how well I did, and then I'll go over the new goals that I'm setting for myself. I just want to say I set these goals in January with, like, the goal number 1 is get new job. And I set these goals thinking that I actually was not going to complete that goal. And so these goals, like, I worked so hard to get them done, especially my 2 writing goals. getting these goals done was I had to push myself really hard, and I didn't quite do some of them. Next goal was read 10 books. I'm on the 10th book. I haven't quite finished it. I'm like, I don't know, 15 chapters away. It's a long book too, but I'm just gonna give myself that point because I worked hard to read freaking 10 books this quarter. And it didn't help that I picked some of the books that I read were really long, took a long time to read, and so I'm gonna give myself that point for that, even though I didn't quite finish 10 books, but whatever. I didn't expect to get a job, okay? I expected to be able to read more. Goal number 3 was finish the first draft of Annie, which I did, and that was like my main writing goal for this quarter. So I finished that, so good for me. The next one was finish the 4th draft of Essence. Also, like the book one, not quite done. I worked really freaking hard to try and get it done, but life happens. So close. Like, basically right now it's just like adding or like tweaking little scenes before I'm ready to start the beta reading process again. Okay, goal number 5 was outline book 2. Didn't do that. Goal number 6 was keep abs, and that was basically, that's the goal, to remind myself to kind of keep active. And the only reason I'm allowed to like mark this as a complete is because of my Zumba classes. If I didn't do Zumba this quarter, I wouldn't be allowed to mark this off as keeping my abs. Goal number 7 is plan a book trip to Quebec. Didn't do that. That's not my fault. My friends need to get their shit together. Love you guys. Goal number 8 is go to the doctors. I tried to go to the doctors. I'm trying to find a new doctor and I can't get in till June. Like, I have the appointments booked, but not my fault. I couldn't get in till June. So I'm going to give myself a half point for this one. Go to the dentist. I don't get to mark that at all. I haven't even tried to set up a dentist appointment. Reach 200 Twitter followers. I did that. And reach 20 YouTube subscribers. I did not accomplish. I think I'm at 18, but 2 away. Come on, guys. Just subscribe to me, please. And that's all my goals I set for the last winter quarter. Now we're gonna do for the spring quarter. The first one is to restart the beta reading process for Essence. Because I kind of just stopped in the middle of it, because I decided to change things because I'm psycho. And so I kind of stopped sending chapters to. So yeah, I'm gonna restart the beta reading process and not stop in the middle of it. Goal number 2 is to start outlining planning books 2 to 4 of Essence. I need to start working on the sequels because the first one's almost done, sort of. It's getting there. Goal number 3, world build, character sketch, re-outline Annie book 1. Basically just action plan to fix Annie. Number 4 is to start second draft of Annie. Goal number 5, read 5 books, which would total 15 for the year. I have to lower my book count down a little bit because with my new job I don't really have that much time to do reading. 6, keep abs. And I'll always have that. You gotta take care of your body. Which is why goals 7, 8, and 9 are go to the doctor, go to the eye doctor, and go to the dentist. Number 10 is to reach 250 Twitter followers, because I just always up my count. 11 is to reach 20 YouTube subscribers, because I still haven't done that. Literally has been on my list since I started doing these freaking quarterly goal lists. So come on, guys, help me out here, please. Finally, 12 is plan a book trip to Quebec. Like, so far we only have like tentative dates, end of August. So, you know, Hannah and Becca, if this isn't marked off by the end of June, I'm going to be so mad at both of you. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. So that's all for this video. It's just been me rambling on, and you may have already tuned out and stopped watching by this point, but whatever. If you haven't, thanks for watching. Bye.